start out. Pass to Strus. From downtown, sinks the three-pointer. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The answer from Butler, no one is more competitive than Jimmy.
Right side, Garland. And here is Mitchell. And he makes that one.
Don't be mistaken about that 6'1" frame. That 6'10" wingspan, 215 pounds. Look out inside.
Pass to Green. Curry outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Kenny Atkinson, DA.
Now, we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler, and the coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context. This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
We know this about Donovan Mitchell. This guy shows no fear even inside. Draws the foul there.
Doris, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet.
And Brandon Pajemski gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I like the toughness required on that finish by Darius Garland. Boy, oh boy, that was nice. The willingness to mix it up on the interior, so important.
Now here's Curry over Mitchell. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Curry. Over in the corner, Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Well, the deep ball from Draymond Green, if he's got that aspect of his game going, look out.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Garland. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Curry with the steal.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Stolen by Mitchell. Pass to Garland. Green with the block.
Simply cannot throw up that weak stuff around Draymond Green. You'll hear about it. He will relish the opportunity to send it back.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Allen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Over to the wing. Outside for Curry. Shoots over Garland. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Golden State foul.
And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
The Warriors trailing. Here's Payton. And Payton throws it down hard.
And not just a scorer. Hield is solid at reading when his guys are open for a look.
On the wing, Mitchell. Off target from three-point range. Here's Hield. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, that's a smart play by Hield. He allows the defense to get close, won't back off his shot. Excellent job.
That one misses. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Spencer. Pass to post. They kick out to Hield. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Warriors ahead, up 2. And we'll be back in. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
It's Strus on the wing. Ball's knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Allen in the post. Here's Mobley. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
That's how you give me a little grittiness from Evan Mobley, not afraid of throwing his weight around right there.
And a deep three from Hield. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's the screen. Pass to Spencer. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Garland. Spencer's shot is on.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Allen. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, that's the big man lingering around the hoop. Jared Allen smartly gets the bucket on the follow.
Kuminga with it. Covered by Mobley. Pass to Spencer. It's stolen by Strus. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Cleveland.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Evan Mobley is truly a coach's dream. You get the substance and the style. You get the effort and the skill. And this all from a skinny 7-footer. Boy, his frame's going to fill out and the game becomes more dangerous.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Pass to Podziemski. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. No good on the triple. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. And now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A.
Shooters have got to be careful and understand Evan Mobley is an elite shot blocker. He's going to let you feel him now, guys.
1:53 left in the first half. Shots good by Butler. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
A three from Strus. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Shot by Podziemski. No good. Cavaliers trailing. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch. I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Back to Garland. On the wing, Thompson. 5 to shoot. Here's the floater. Draymond Green pulls it in. And it's the Warriors' ball. Lets the three fly. Curry buries the three-shot.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Mitchell is double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have it. Jump ball.
Jump ball call.
Mobley right side. Mobley double teamed. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
It's taken away by Payton. Here's Kuminga. All going up court. Hield with the bucket.
And what a show of agility by Hield, getting around the contact there and right to his finish.
Pass to Hunter. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Will it go? And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Warriors leading by 4. Outside Curry. Here's Podziemski. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Podziemski's got 5. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
That's to Curry. No good on the 3. So it's the Cavaliers now. 6-point game. Mitchell outside. Stripped it away. Outside Kuminga. And Post gets it to go. Post has got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Mitchell. Sweet teardrop. Donovan Mitchell.
Boy, the floater game from Donovan Mitchell is effortless, folks.
Here's Podziemski. Drains the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Here's Mitchell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
In the NBA, there is a high need for relentless scoring and skill to match that scoring. That is Donovan Mitchell.
Here's Butler. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. The Cavaliers trail by 8. And there's the call on Ty Jerome. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Warriors making a change here. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Curry with the 3. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 11 points.
This is why you got to be right up on Curry, because he's a dangerous threat off the dribble.
Pass to Okoro. Fires for 3. It's good from long range.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Kuminga. Lays it up off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 10.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. A shot by Thompson, no one's around. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Tristan Thompson has worked so hard to develop on the offensive end. Not just a rebounder defender, gets into that catch-and-shoot game now.
Curry gets the bucket.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Pass to Okoro. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And they'll get another chance. Inside. Second chance shot. Thompson misses.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Devin, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better. .56 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Okoro. Doris, you can just see in Isaac Okoro the confidence he's gained since his rookie year.
Kevin, he's always had tremendous confidence on the defensive end. I mean, he's a lockdown defender at multiple positions. What you're seeing develop is more belief in his jump shot. And that confidence comes because he's been willing to put in the work.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Warriors leading by 10. Back to Hield. Bajemski with it. He's got 8. Payton in the corner. Allen with the rebound. They can shave the deficit to single digits right here. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Strus's shot is good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Three-pointer, Hield. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Hield's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. Now, Okoro. Nice defense from Kuminga.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Here's Garland. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Garland's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Cavs. Up top, Bajemski. Out left to the wing. Golden State moving it around. Count that bucket. And the Warriors lead by 11.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Pass to post. Here's Kuminga. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Mobley with it. Kuminga picks him up. And Mobley throws it down.
The ease with which the game comes to Evan Mobley. My goodness, it's fun watching this guy play above the rim.
Hield right side. The Cavaliers pull it in. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Mobley. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Green. And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, you've got to watch those long arms of Jared Allen. Twice on the bike, send it back.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
Right, it doesn't happen often. It's kind of a silly mistake. We'll see if they can make up for it on the defensive end.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thank you, David. Curry from deep three-point land. The quick look, no good that time.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
That's an instance where you see the pressure Mitchell puts on a defense. He's aggressive and he's explosive. You've got to deal with both.
At the line for Cleveland.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Back to Green. Majemski on the wing. And that one is hammered home.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Count it. Garland's got 4 this quarter.
Tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
Here's Moody. And it's Strus with the rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, we know Donovan Mitchell is explosive athletically. Put it on the deck. Go ahead, sir.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
Green with the ball. He's picked up by Mobley. From past the arc. A shot by Majemski, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. Warriors leading by 5. Here's Butler. Outside, Green. Right side, Butler. Over Mobley. And it's Butler missing.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And there's the call on Curry. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Strus.
Boy, that's gritty work being done at the defensive end by Steph Curry. Stays with his man, not letting him get off a clean look.
Six to shoot. From deep. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Now here's Curry. Trying to get something going. And again, it's the Warriors missing. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. There are guys guys who live for these moments. Donovan Mitchell in the house.
And here is Curry. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And